All right, everybody, this is my What Makes You Tick project. So I put together some slides and I'm going to do a little commentary on them as well. So here we go. Right away, here's my stat sheet, one of the first recommendations that we have on that guide for you. So my name is Mr. Mahady. That's the phonetical spelling there. A couple of favorite things that I like to do. I love golfing, as you'll see a little bit later, and I'll talk about. I love video games and I love music. So where I live, I grew up in Woodbury, Minnesota, and which is like 25, 30 minutes from Rosemount. And then I went to college in St. Paul, so I lived there for a couple years, and now I live in Eagan. My family on the top here, this is my family here. So I have my older sister Megan, my older brother Patrick, and his partner Sydney, my younger brother Chris, who's a college student at Duluth, and my fiance Liz, and then my parents Sean and Colleen up there. And then a couple pictures of my fiance and I, and we get married in October. So in a couple weeks here, we will make it official. Next, I have some activities from my summer. So my summer started out pretty busy right away. I left right after school to go up to Moorhead, Minnesota for a week for a graduate school experience up there. So we had all of our students from our two cohorts together. I'm chilling in the back there for a week of practicing our research, writing some proposals, watching some Zooms of proposal defenses, stuff like that. So learned a lot. It was really challenging. It was really difficult. Lots of thinking and lots of being on right away in the summer, which was tough. But my professors were awesome, so it made it go by really fast. And yeah, my peers were really cool too. Met some new people and had a lot of good times up there. Next is I played lots of golf this summer. So obviously I said I love golf, and that's how I like to spend my time in the summer as often as I can. So this is my buddy Aiden down here and a couple of my other friends from some golf tournaments that we played in and just hanging out and having a good time. And then lastly, it's a great opportunity because I don't get to do it a lot during the school year because I'm so busy, especially at night. So it was fun to hang out with some friends that I haven't seen in a while and go to some people's houses and really just chill, get to see them when I haven't seen them a lot during the school year. Okay, a couple passions. So some of these are kind of connected here. So the first one I have is learning. I've something that I've found has become a passion as I've gotten older. Really, once I got into my undergraduate degree and learned a lot about education, and then started working at Rosemount, and was like, oh my gosh, there's so much to figure out and to learn, and have started to develop a passion for that. Next is sports. You can see this is a picture of our varsity golf team from last year from our section tournament. Sports are a huge passion of mine, as you've seen golf on the previous slide. I used to coach basketball here as well, so I love just watching sports, playing sports, coaching sports. I've been really privileged to be the head coach of the golf team for the last 2 years here, so that's been awesome. Next is video games. Like I said, I don't get a chance to physically go hang out with a lot of friends during the school year. So oftentimes we get together over video games, and that's kind of our social interaction is playing video games together. Next is music. I love going to concerts. It's like one of my favorite things of all time. I love hard rock music, metal music, punk music, alternative metal, all that stuff. So anything that's fast and loud is right up my alley, and I love going to concerts. The energy is just so palpable. It's so fun to be there. And then finally, this one is something that has really developed kind of with that learning up top of. I think there's a lot of things that can be changed about our education system. Our honors class has changed a lot, and that was due to some learning and feeling that we should maybe change things up. And I think we're in a really good spot right now. And our on-level classes come a long way too. We've made some changes, and our standards are changing, and hopefully it'll be for the best. So my research project that I'm doing is about mental health and where we sit right now in mental health and education and coming out of the COVID pandemic and stuff like that. So there's a couple things that I'm pretty passionate about, like grading and mental health. So looking to continue my research on those in the future. All right, last but not least, my identity. So kind of the nuts and bolts of who I identify as. So I use the pronouns he, him, and identify as a white person. I speak English, but would love to learn Spanish. When I was in elementary school, Spanish was actually part of our curriculum, and I loved it. But when I switched schools into middle school, I didn't have that opportunity right away. So I got back into it in high school and really enjoyed it. But it was never one of those things that I really wanted to dedicate my time to right then. But now I would love to be able to speak Spanish fluently. Favorite foods, pizza with pineapple, obviously. Burgers, and hear me out on this one. Burgers with blue cheese instead of like normal cheddar cheese, fire. Got to try it if you like blue cheese, but not a lot of people do. And then breakfast food. I love going out to breakfast. I almost prefer it over going out to dinner somewhere. It's super good, and the coffee's really good too. Favorite shows and movies. Gonna rattle through them quick. Game of Thrones. That's my homie Arya Stark right in the middle. The Mandalorian. Didn't put a picture of Mando or Baby Yoda on here. Miracle, about the Miracle on Ice. The Witcher. Geralt down there. That's my guy. And Lord of the Rings. If you can find a theme, I love medieval, kind of old, like medieval knights fighting swords, stuff like that. That's right on my alley. Favorite video games. This will be controversial, I'm sure. League of Legends is my number one. I love playing old Mario games like Mario Kart and the new Mario Kart, Super Mario 64, and then of course all the backyard sports as well. That was huge for me when I was growing up. Pablo Sanchez, Keisha Phillips, people like that. So that's a little bit about me. Set up some slides, wanted to record a video as well. But now it's your turn to figure out who you are and to help show me who you are as well, to get a little glimpse into who you are. So I'd appreciate if you could add some extra to it, not just saying, I love breakfast food, but saying I love to go out to breakfast, or explaining why. So digging a little bit deeper so I can get to know you on a little bit deeper level than I like to play baseball. Give me some more context to it. All right, so that concludes this video. Now it's your turn. Go make it happen.